Being brave doesn't always come easy, but it can change the world. With the goal of elevating education, entertainment, and community experiences, BraveMaker is making a difference one film at a time. Here to discuss the BraveMaker Film Fest is filmmaker Tony Gapistone. Tony, thanks so much for joining us here.
Thanks for having me. This is really cool.
It's so exciting to have you here, and I would love to talk about BraveMaker. And I know we're going to discuss the film festival here in a bit, but first and foremost, who is BraveMaker? What do you guys do?
So I've been acting in the Bay Area for about 25 years, doing commercials and print and indie film, and it's hard. I mean, you're in entertainment, you know. It's very hard to make it in this business. You have to have a very thick skin, and I've experienced a lot of rejection in my life, and I am not a marginalized person in a community that might be ostracized because of sexuality or race or ethnicity. So I know it's been hard for me. I wanted to do something that I could, from all of my friends and all the stories I've heard of how challenging it could be, do something that would mold and merge together my desire to be an actor and storyteller with doing good, justice, diversity, inclusion, things that, to be honest, about 10 years ago, I was really ignorant to. So BraveMaker was birthed out of that real desire to have a space to tell stories, to work with actors and filmmakers so that I myself could be a filmmaker, but that I could also partner with other people who have brave stories to tell that is going to create empathy and really educate us to be better people.
That's so beautiful, too. I love the message that BraveMaker stands behind and just inclusion, diversity. And when it comes to doing all of those things, what programs do you offer, or how is BraveMaker going about it?
Yeah, so we're in our 5th year, and our first year we started just doing, you know, film screenings, and it kind of multiplied into doing an annual film festival. We'll talk about that in a second, but we sponsor filmmakers. We help filmmakers learn how to fundraise for their films. I teach screenwriting classes. We just started an acting school called the BraveMaker Academy, where we don't just teach acting, but we train actors to act in movies. So don't just come to our studio and learn it, actually do it, because you're going to learn by making a film. So that's BraveMaker Academy. And then, you know, our 5th year is going to be the biggest yet. It's in Redwood City, California, where I live and where we're headquartered. And we have a 4-day film festival where we're going to do panels and workshops. We bring in people from LA, you know, names and actors and showrunners of TV shows that you would know. Like, I'll just drop this. OLIVIA from Netflix's The Recruit is going to be with us this summer. So we're excited to educate and entertain and create community experiences around film.
And what kind of results have you seen since starting BraveMaker and just including so many different people, uplifting so many people? What kind of results have you seen?
So it sounds cliche to say this, but lives being changed, really. You know, people feeling validated for who they are. Our film, Last Chance Charlene, it was our first feature film that we did under the BraveMaker umbrella, was really a passion project for me about grief and suicide. I lost my grandmother to suicide in 2012, and I experienced a lot of stigma and kind of ostracization and marginalization in my grief because of dogmatic ideals about what people think happens in the afterlife, and I wanted to put that into a film where people could normalize conversation. So our films are really trying to give people the invitation to talk about things. So Last Chance Charlene's out now on Amazon and Apple and YouTube. People can rent it, but we also created a parallel PDF workbook to help people process grief and basically work through some of the issues that the film surfaces.
That's incredible, too, that not only did you create this film, Last Chance Charlene, to discuss all of these issues, but you created something where people can actually physically look and follow along. What went into creating Last Chance Charlene? I'm sure that wasn't easy.
Making a movie is really hard. People kind of joke about if you make a movie, it's a miracle that you even get it done, and not all movies are good, you know? So, you know, raising the funds. I'm a nonprofit, so BraveMaker at least enables people to write off their donations. But, you know, it's a lot of just asking people for help. Everybody who worked on this film worked at a rate that was barely, you know, minimum wage, you know. The independent film space is really hard to make a living. But actors want to act and creators want to create. So everybody sort of stacked hands and said, let's make this movie. I had a really cool experience casting people that I know. Friends of mine, Allison Ewing is the actress that plays Charlene. Just shouting out Cameron James Matthews, another actor in the the film, who's a Bay Area local. A lot of Bay Area people in this film. And then my favorite thing was getting connected to Allie Mills, who's this iconic 90s TV star from the Wonder Years, who played Lorena, the mother of Charlene.
Yeah.
And it was so meaningful. I mean, every day on set, we only shot for 13 days, which is not a lot of time. But we had cool moments where we shared about what we were learning. There were times when we had to pause on set because people were going through some personal challenges, and we had a moment of silence or prayer, meditation. It was just super cool. I want to do this again. It's been, we did the film in 2021, came out in 2022. Thanks to CineQuest Film Festival in San Jose, we got distribution there. So I want to do it again, and we are continually trying to find people who have these brave stories to tell that we can get on the page and fundraise and get into production and then see out in the world.
Well, I'm glad you mentioned it. So you do have the BraveMaker Film Fest coming up in July.
Yeah.
Tell us what people can expect and how can they submit?
Yeah, so if you go to our website, BraveMaker.com, you'll find the Film Fest tab right there, and submissions are open till the end of April for our regular deadline. This is our 5th year. We get about 150 submissions, and we're able to program about 40 of those into the 4 days of the film festival. So July 13th through the 16th, we take over Redwood City. It's so cool. We're in the Century 20 Theater, we're in the library, we're in the San Mateo County History Museum, and this year we rented 2 new spaces for parties and other cool things.
Fun stuff.
Exactly, DJ. It's so cool. VIP passes are available right now. They can go to our website at BraveMaker.com and purchase them. And it really is inspiring for audiences, I believe. But if you're a creator or a maker in the Bay Area, come meet a new friend. Come be inspired by those who are actually living full-time doing this work, because that's what I want to do. I want to do this work full-time, and that's what we're setting out to do, is create jobs where people can live sustainably on their creativity.
Well, Tony, you're doing some awesome work at BraveMaker, and I know you're changing a lot of lives with the work you're doing. So thank you for sharing this with us, and we appreciate your time.
Thanks, Olivia.
Of course.
Appreciate it.